Well, if you wanted to know if I was in Japan, there you got it. There you go. I'm very different from what you would find with my friends all over the world. And I can share like my life as an American person living here in Japan with all of the ups and downs. And I gotta tell you, I've had more ups than I have downs. And the downs I've had mostly stem from people that I met over here, whether they were Japanese or international people. Just, not meeting good people and kind of weaving through the reality over here. Now I am with good people. I've learned how to pick and choose good people over here in Japan, because you want to surround yourself with positive, good people when you're overseas.
It's time to like and subscribe and hit that little bell so that we know you're watching.
This kind of reminds me of a story. There's a story I have to tell you guys. This is so interesting. So I remember probably over 20 years ago, I was working over here in Japan, and basically I was working at another company when I first got here, and it was an employment agency. And what happened was there was a Japanese fellow that I worked with, and throughout Japan mostly you have 100% Japanese people who are all surrounding you, but there's one place over here in Japan called Azabujuban. So my Japanese colleague, he said to me, hey, I went to Azabujuban, and in Azabujuban, it is loaded with international people. More karma. And Azabujuban has a lot of people who work at embassies. So there's literally thousands and thousands of international people who are living over there in Azabujuban. And these are highly trained, high qualified, rich, very, very nice, good people from America and around the world. And they just flood Azabujuban area. And so my Japanese colleague, he went to Azabujuban one time, and he asked me this question. He asked me, hey, Michael, because that's my name. He asked me, why are the international people, he didn't call them international people, he called them foreigners. Why are the international people have such an attitude over there in Azabujuban? Why are they so high-nosed? Why are they so proud of themselves? Or why are they so confident about themselves? Something like that. So I said to him, well, I think what you're seeing is when you see international people in Japan and they're traveling all over Japan by themselves or with a couple of people, whatever, they try to assimilate into Japan. They try not to rock the boat. They are not really themselves, because they are also very confident people and they're very intelligent people. But Japanese people, they start to get used to English teachers because they think that everybody over here in Japan, if you are an international person, you must be an English teacher. Oh man. So they get used to English teachers over here who are basically in their job trying to appease the Japanese people with their own way of learning English, which doesn't often work because it's a Japanese system. It's not a Oxford or, some kind of international company or educational system who's trying to teach English. So Japanese people get used to these English teachers who don't want to get fired in their jobs and try to appease everybody around them. So when they come across people in Azerbaijan who are not English teachers, and they are basically who they are, they're not changing for anybody. That's just who they are. So a lot of Japanese people will meet them in Azerbaijan or Hito area, and maybe a little bit in Roppongi. And Japanese people are appalled by their lack of respect for Japan. Well, again, cultural communication problems. They don't have a lack of respect for Japan. They're just doing their own thing. But some Japanese people, if you come to Japan, whoa, Santa Claus is here. Japanese people expect you to be interested in their culture and want to learn about, different aspects of Japan. And that's important. I completely understand that. But not everybody who comes to Japan is interested in that. They're mostly interested in their own life. Sometimes it doesn't include Japan. Sometimes people are just coming through Japan for a year or two, and they're working in embassies or international business, something like that. So there's a lot of misunderstanding. That's why a lot of people say, oh, there's so much racism. Oh my God, racism is everywhere. Oh my God. But that's why in my job, I work a lot with companies who lack this basic understanding of global communication, whether it's an American company, Japanese company, Thailand company, China, whatever. Anyway, next topic.
Is it possible to work in Japan 6 months out of the year and possibly another 6 months in another country? Can the JE Group somehow help me find visa sponsorship for this? Let's get it poppin'.
Okay, next topic. So, someone asked me if it's possible to work in Japan 6 months out of the year and back in Canada 6 months out of the year. And I say to them, well, yeah, we help people do that. But it's really a niche kind of market. So it all depends on what you do. And it all really depends on your skill and your abilities and things like that. But yeah, we have a lot of clients who do that. I have one client who works over here in Japan teaching business English. And then she goes back to Rio de Janeiro. Yes, she does speak perfect English, by the way. Apparently she went to school for English literature. And basically, she goes back to Rio de Janeiro and she basically dances. That's 6 months out of the year. The other 6 months out of the year is working over here in Japan. And she makes a pretty penny, especially if you're going to come over here and teach any line of corporate English, business English. So again, if you're interested in doing something like that, a link in the description. We'll try to help you out as much as possible. The number one thing you have to do is send us a resume.
And if you want to send us a resume, we'll put the information in the description box.
Oh, it's really coming down now. I got to tell you, if you guys, I get a lot of people over there saying they're really interested in moving over here to Japan, at least for a year, 2 or 3, whatever. Japan is whatever you make of it. Here I am hiking. I hike 2 or 3 times a month. I go with my international friends. I go with my Japanese friends. It's great. Of course, when I go with my Japanese friends, they tell me how to hike exactly like Japanese style. And then I do it my style. If I go with my international friends, basically it's just a lot of fun and a lot of just not really caring too much about anything, just having a lot of fun. No technical terms, no rules, no regulations, whatever like that. With my Japanese friends, there's a lot of rules and regulations on how to hike and what to do, what not to do, manners and stuff like that. So, your life over here is however you make it. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages over there from people asking me, like I said, they want to live here in Japan 6 months out of the year, and they want to live in their home country 6 months out of the year. And basically, I did that in the very beginning because I was helping people find jobs all over the world, so I had to fly a lot. But then, with the pandemic, that kind of slowed me down. I had to stay here in Japan, but I started to make plans to go all over the world again to help people not only here in Japan, but around the world, and also in Asia and Europe. The world is changing a lot. People want to move. People want to live in different countries. Some people want to escape America before the dawn.
On politics.
Okay, so what about politics here in Japan? Well, basically, when it comes to politics here in Japan, I basically stay out of it. And the reason why is because politics here in Japan is changing a lot. There's a lot of prime ministers coming and going. There's a lot of things happening over here, but nothing really changes. Everything basically stays the same. Like I said, I've been here a long time. I've never seen any huge changes when it comes to politics over here. Now in America, politics are crazy, but the way I look at it is like this, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but ever since I've been born, we have Democrats and we have Republicans. America has never really changed that much in terms of, people being able to enjoy the wealth of America. It's always the very, very rich against the very, very poor. I haven't seen a lot of changes in that regard. I just don't get it. And over here in Japan, they have new prime ministers. They come and go, but the economy over here in Japan has been stagnant for the past 35, 40 years. And I haven't really seen a lot of changes. I hear a lot of talking, right? Yeah, I hear a lot of talking. I hear a lot of promises. And I'm talking about countries around the world, not just Japan, but politicians, they'll promise you the world so that they can get into power. But I never seen any major changes. I see a lot of people getting poor. I see a lot of people getting rich. But the promises that they make, the politicians, the promises that they make come and go, and they always say the same thing. Well, we tried. Oh, somebody behind me. Konnichiwa. You're wondering what that bell sound is. There's a lot of bears over here when you're hiking, and that bell is supposed to entertain the bears, I guess, because it's a pretty sound, right? So maybe the bears will hear it, and maybe they will, I don't know, do a little jig, get down tonight. No, it's supposed to scare the bears. I don't really think it scares bears. When a bear is hungry, a bell is not going to do anything, I think. But hey, that's just me. So as far as politics is concerned, I wish that things were different. But there's some people over there. I don't know what that is. I gotta go check it out. Oh.
Next topic is Japanese TV.
Okay, here's another useless thing that you guys can know out there. And here's the thing, Japanese TV. Let's talk a little bit about Japanese TV. So basically, I never watch TV. I never watch TV in Japan, but I've never watched TV in America. For me, TV is useless. Okay, there's a couple of things on there that you might like. But all in all, for me, I like to enjoy life. I want to get out there and do things. I don't want to watch. There's some people here down there. I don't know if they're waiting for me or they're trying to attack me. I don't know. Hard to tell. But anyway, I turn off Japanese TV and I always watch YouTube. YouTube is definitely a really great way to get your message out there and to promote your own company or promote anything you're trying to do. And I don't know if you guys know, but Google is the #1 search engine. But YouTube is increasing, I think it's by 10% every year, or maybe even more. But nonetheless, YouTube is my go-to place for not only communication about anything. I also make YouTube videos to contact my friends and stuff like that. And I have a lot of people who have YouTube videos, and they contact me through the YouTube videos. Sometimes we speak in code, sometimes we speak just directly to each other. So YouTube is going to definitely become even better than what it is today, I believe. So that's why I am wholeheartedly focused on YouTube. In terms of SEO and Google, I tell you what, Google has made it really difficult for small businesses and medium-sized businesses to, to thrive. When YouTube first started, and this was a long time ago, Google. When Google first started, don't ask me why this truck is here. I have no idea. When Google first started a long time ago, I don't know if you guys know, but they were for the people. They were for the small business person. They were for helping people to create businesses and to level the playing field in terms of the Fortune 500, Fortune 1000, 5000, and the small business. Google said that they were going to flatten the field, and they were acting like they were all cool, like hippies, and they were going to really do great things for people all over the world. But 2025, Google only cares about rich people making tons of money, just like any corporation. They I don't know if they changed or if they just said that in the beginning. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Google should be broken up? That's what the American government is trying to do, is break up Google. Do you think Google is too big? I love YouTube, I tell you, because YouTube, they give you a lot of really great ways to promote and to make it easier for the small business person to create a business and things like that. And I really, really love the way YouTube treats its people and creators and things like that. They're great, and they've been in business for a long time. I don't see them changing the way Google changed. I don't see them changing. I don't think they're going to. I think that YouTube is going to remain really situated to help small business people, mid-sized business people. And of course, they all also help the big corporations too. But if you guys are out there, what do you think? Give me your ideas about SEO and Google. Have you guys been struggling? Have you guys been trying to create a website and you're getting penalized because you're using AI or ChatGPT or something like that to create content, and Google is just putting you at the bottom of the barrel and making it very difficult for anybody who's not a billionaire company to break into the business world? I'm on YouTube. I'll be here. I hope that YouTube stays YouTube. And I'm really happy with the way things are on YouTube. But what do you guys think? Give me some comments, good or bad, and tell me what you think. And if you have your own company, your own website, put it in the comments. I will not delete them. Definitely will. If you have a company you want to promote, and you have a company that you want to expand all over the world, put it in the description and we'll get the word out.
Next topic, the police in Japan.
Now, this is another topic that people are wondering about overseas. Not so much here in Japan, because basically if you live here, you already know about this, but international people all over the world are asking me about the police here in Japan. Do they really put you in jail as soon as they see you? Do they track you down if you're outside doing YouTube videos? Something like that. And I'll tell you, for the most part, the Japanese police are really good. And I don't say that because I'm a policeman or I know any policeman or anything like that. But basically, they do their jobs really well. every once in a while you hear something that they fumbled on. But, police all over the world fumble sometimes. They don't do a good job. But here in Japan, what I've noticed is the Japanese police here, they're really intense. When I was at the airport, they captured some guy. Yeah, he was an international person. Apparently, this international person kind of blew up at the airport because something went wrong. And I don't know the whole story. I'm not going to tell you everything because I don't know. But there was about 20 police showing up at the same time. And they were really intense with like trying to find out what's going on and stuff like that. This is Tokyo, Japan. If you're in New York City, you're going to get the same level of intensity in terms of the police over here. They have to do their job. In previous videos, I think I've mentioned to a lot of you people out there, nothing has ever happened to me over here of significance with the police. I've never gotten any bad police coming at me with something, going through the subway station or whatever. Nothing has ever happened to me, ever. One time something happened, but it was not a big deal. It was just like they were checking to see if I owned the bike that I had. And that's just, that was 25 years ago. But since then, nothing has ever happened. But yeah, I think that a lot of things that you hear about the Japanese police over here, a lot of it is not true, I think, because like I said, nothing has ever happened to me. And when I hear people on the internet say something about, konnichiwa, say something about the Japanese police and they live overseas or something like that, take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of things that you hear on the internet, on YouTube, a lot of it may or may not be true. And that's why I make videos the way I do. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I want it to be as true as possible. And I'm sorry if some of this stuff is my opinion. And, if I'm like way off base on something, let me know. Because I'm open-minded. I'll accept anybody's rebuttal. And even if I don't agree with you, I will thank you for educating me on some level. Oh, something's a little problem over here on the hiking trail. I don't know what it is. Some kind of argument. What could they be arguing about? What's the fight about? I don't know. Maybe not following the rules and regulations, hiking through the park. Maybe somebody didn't do something correctly here as walking through the park, because there's a lot of rules and regulations in Japan, and maybe something was broken, maybe a rule was broken. Oh my God. See, it happens, right? It happens.
The next topic is the contest. Please put your comments below where you think Michael is over here in Japan. Every single winner will be able to make a video with Michael to promote your business or brand. Let's get it poppin'.
What about clubbing over here in Tokyo? Well, actually, I'm not in Tokyo right now. I don't know if you guys know where I am. I would like for you guys to guess in the comment section below. Where am I in Japan right now? What do you think? I'm going to show you around. You guys can take some guesses. And then whoever the winner is, whoever can guess exactly where I'm at, I will give you a bonus prize. What's the bonus prize? Well, I think what that can be is let's make a video together. That way we can promote your website, your business, whatever, and then we can do the same thing and we'll do a collaboration. So where do you think I am? I'll take a spin around here so you guys can take a better look at the place. There you go. What do you think? Where am I? Let me walk up here, give you a better look. Okay, anything, guys? Anything? Any speculations? Well, I can tell you one thing, I am not in Tokyo, but let's get back to the clubbing thing. So when I first came here to Japan, I did the clubbing scene, but at that time, I was really deeply into photography, and I also have another business, which is a talent agency. It's really connected to the employment agency because it's basically the same thing, only we help talented people. So as a talent agent and as a photographer, I had to go to the clubs all over Tokyo and do my photography and also sign up a lot of people in terms of bands and in terms of fashion models and artists and a lot of different kind of artistic venues. I still do that, but I'm really picky in who I help now because before it was just a matter of getting my business up and running. But now my business is doing really well. So we kind of like pick and choose the best of the best of the best. But if you're not the best, it's okay. If you're just starting out as a fashion model, we do offer time for print. So if you need a free portfolio, we can help you out with that if you're over here in Tokyo. But we would like for you to sign up with us in terms of us assisting you to get gigs, to find work over here in Japan or around the world. So anyway, link in the description. We'll talk about it and move on from there. So yeah, like I said, I've had many businesses over here in Japan, and that's why I tell people, if you're over 50 years old and you're having a hard time finding a job in your country, coming over here to Japan opens up a whole new box of possibilities, because here it's all about supply and demand. It's all about what they need over here in Japan. The jobs over here are different than over there in your country. So whereas, for example, if you're teaching English over there in America, like at some company or whatever, you're getting paid really low. But over here, especially business English, you're getting paid pretty good. So anyway, let's go on to the next topic. Okay, so now I'm going to be leaving this area, and I'm not going back to Tokyo yet. Probably that'll be tomorrow. For the rest of today, I'm going to be with some of my Japanese friends, and we are going to have a huge party, and it's like what we do every year. And there's no international people there, only me. And the reason why is because we're so far out of Tokyo that a lot of the international people either don't want to pay for the Shinkansen, or it's just like something that's not convenient for them. And that's okay. But for me, once a year, I like to hang out over here in this part of Japan. And again, if you guys can guess what part of Japan I'm in, you will be the winner. Whoever the first person to guess exactly where I am, then I will notify everybody that someone has guessed where I am. And I'll try to make it a little bit more easier. I don't know what I can do besides telling you where I am, but I'll try to figure out, just look for some clues in the background, or clues in the radio or the TV, or like things that I might say. So whoever guesses will be the winner. And as the winner, let's make a video together, and let's go ahead and promote each other's either businesses or delete that out. We can promote each other's businesses or brands or whatever you want to do, and wherever you are in the world. And again, what I'm trying to do here on YouTube is I would like to build a community of great people.
So add your comments, like and subscribe. We may stop and go at times, but we'll get you there.
Well, there's somebody who keeps watching my videos and asking to see trains over here in Japan. They're a train lover, I suppose. So anyway, we're coming towards the end of today's video. And I want to thank everybody out there for liking and subscribing, especially subscribing. Every time you subscribe, you make me feel like you guys love me and I should be making more videos. And I want to pull everybody into this community. I'd like to ask you guys, if you have YouTube videos, to put a comment and let us know your YouTube channel, and let's try to create some kind of community where we can all meet and chat and whatever. There's a lot of people out there who are coming to Japan, and they need a contact. So this might be a good way for us to help each other out. So there you go. Now, again, if you guys could leave some comments as to where you think I am here in Japan. The first person who guesses correctly will be the winner. And I'll tell you what, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna make this even a little bit more juicy out there for everybody. The first 20 people who guess exactly where I am over here in Japan, you will be the winner, and we will all make YouTube videos together, split screen or whatever. I don't know how we're going to do it, but let's go ahead and start some kind of YouTube sensation. And we'll grow our channels together, and we'll learn from each other. We'll have fun, and we'll do something different that nobody else has tried. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint as to where I am. I don't know if this is going to help you out or not. But if you guys know Japan, this should help you. I know there's a lot of people out there who are wondering, how is that supposed to help me know where you are? But if you know anything about Japan, if you know anything, this is a good hint. Okay. Anyway, everybody out there, joking aside and all that kind of stuff, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and let's all become the best friends in the entire world. And let's start that community. Shit, edits. Let's start this community that involves everybody, not just me. I want everybody to be involved in these videos. I want to share your videos. I want to link up with you guys. I want to have a split screen video conference or whatever you want, a meeting, whatever, you know. We'll just talk about whatever. I think this will be one of the best sensations that YouTube has ever witnessed. Anyway, I have to go wash a car now.
Hey guys, comment below.
Okay, so this is the portion of the video where I am going to ask everybody to send in your comments right now and let me know how your New Year's is, or the end of the New Year's was, or the parties you went to, or what did you do in Japan, or what did you do around the world. Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you. We're really interested in everybody and what you guys have done in the new year. Let's go. I'm gonna go check out this Jinja shrine over here in Japan. I don't know if you guys ever been to this kind of shrine over here in Japan at the end of the year, beginning of the year, end of the year, during the year, any time of the year. But I'm gonna kind of try to let you guys see what it looks like over here, because I got a lot of messages asking me to do something like this, so this is the best I can do. The best thing I like about this kind of thing is that you get a lot of exercise when you visit the shrines. And yeah, we're gonna climb up these steps and probably another 1 million more. Let's go. So I climbed up about 1,000 steps, and it looks like we have some more to climb over there. And beyond that, I have no idea what we're gonna find, but let's do this together. Now, of course, I'm making this video now. I don't know how many of you are gonna figure out where I am over here in Japan, but we're having a kind of a contest because a lot of people who are watching my videos know a lot about Japan, and a lot of people are over here in Japan. So it's kind of a contest we're doing this year. Can you guess where I am over here in Japan? Now I'm gonna have to put on my hood here because see these big trees? Rain's coming down from the snow. As you can tell, this is a very, very ancient shrine over here in Japan. And I don't know how old it is, and I can't tell you where I am, because if I did, then I would wreck the entire contest. But it's going to be really interesting to find out if anybody knows exactly where I am over here in Japan. I'm trying to give you guys some clues. A clue. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think I've given you guys a lot of clues as to where I am over here in Japan. And here's just another clue. Yeah, I'm really good at this, right? I give good clues. Oh my goodness. Actually, I'm going back to Tokyo now after visiting this shrine. I'm here with a bunch of people, some Japanese and some not Japanese. So we're just trying to take in the entire feel of what it's like over here in this part of Japan. And completely, it's different than a lot of other places. And to tell you the truth, I think I kind of lost my way. The people I came with, I think they went the main route. I don't want to go the main route because, well, let me just go a little bit over here to show you what it's like, and then I'll have to come back down and swing around and swing back up and yeah, something like that. But for a lot of people around the world, you never get to see the traditional part of Japan. You see Tokyo. If you come over here, you go to Osaka. A lot of people go to Kyoto and things like that. Oh, this is another hint actually. So the places that I just mentioned to you are the places where I am not. So where am I? Check this out. This is going to another part of the shrine over here. Very beautiful here, actually. I guess if I was a monk, probably I would like to live over here someplace. Being a monk in Japan must be really kind of nice and awesome if you're a monk. Personally, I couldn't be a monk. I couldn't do the monk's life. I'm more of a Ginza kind of guy, where I like to be, where a lot of the action is and all of the glitz and the glamour. But coming out here to this part of Japan is really eye-opening, and it makes me really realize that I'm quite spoiled over here in Japan. And I think most gaijin over here, we're pretty spoiled in terms of how we live and what we can actually do over here. Okay, that's where we're going. I think this is the main part of the shrine. Most of my friends should be up there right now, so we're gonna take a walk up here. I don't know, it's about 1,000 steps, and let's see if we can hook up.
So actually, I just want to have a little bit of silence right here and show you guys around, because it's really quiet and serene in this part of Japan. Now, I don't know if you guys know exactly. Oh, well, there's a monkey there. Yeah, there you go. There's a monkey face right. Oh, there's two monkey faces right there. That Michael. What are we going to do with you, sir? But anyway, getting back to today's video, it's really important for you guys, and I know I keep asking you this, but we love you for it, for liking and subscribing. We want to get at least 22 kabillion subscribers, and so far we have about 200. So the more people who like and subscribe, the more is in it for you. Why? Because we want to collaborate with you guys. We want to know about your business. We want to know about your brands. We want to do videos together, and we want to build a community that no one else has done over here on YouTube as of yet. We become successful together, we thrive together, and we assist everybody to get your brand, and you get the kind of recognition that you deserve over here on YouTube. Together, we can certainly make a difference. Now, I don't know if you guys have come to the conclusion of exactly where I am over here in Japan. I've given you a few visual cues and clues. I've said a few things to make sure that you guys can, maybe come up with some kind of idea of what location I'm in. You don't have to be specific. It could be a city, it could be a town, or even an area. No matter what, we're all winners in this game of life, aren't we? Anyway, I'm going to go back over there to Tokyo. And I want to say goodbye to all of my Japanese friends and all of my international friends who collaborated with me on this venture. Of course, if I have to scratch my nose here and then, I will do it, because these are my videos. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. We really do love when you watch these videos to the very, very end. We love it when you comment, and we truly, truly love your ability to be part of this community. And in the future, we will try to make better and better videos with you in mind, also with you in the videos. So if anybody out there is either looking for a job over here in Japan, or you want to be part of the community here that we're building over here on YouTube, we'd love if you leave some comments, send us some emails, and even give us a call. Happy New Year, everybody. Aloha.